Hello, hello, hello. Hi, family. Welcome. This is your Aunties Could Never, and we are reviewing Love is Blind Season 4. I'm Auntie Sade, and I'm here with
Auntie Nana.
And Auntie Farah.
Yay. And just a reminder, guys, before we get into this episode, we are not therapists, we're not psychologists, we're not, and obviously not prepared either. Oh my God, let me just mute that aside. Okay, let me take that again. So we are not therapists, we're not psychologists, we're not relationship specialists. What we are free today, aunties who are very, very opinionated. And we're going to dissect each of these episodes bit by bit, scene by scene, and find out, is love truly, utterly blind? Before we get into that bit, guys, if you're not subscribed already, please just subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of April. Also, like this video. It shows up in the feed and more people can see it. Also, leave a comment too as well. Get involved in the conversation. We love to hear what you've got to say. If you want to send us a super chat, please, by all means do that too. There's no barriers there. And make sure you share this with like-minded people too. We're trying to grow the family. We're trying to get bigger, So let's get into it, guys. Episode 11. We are nearing the end. We only got a couple more episodes to go. This episode, what was your one word to sum it up?
All right, I'll go with mine. My one word is run.
Not run. Very, very good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
My word is Guinean. Because what? Guinean.
Guinean. I do. I believe you've occupied another space because this is usually AK still.
No. It's not even an AK word where I've found some word from. It's not even an AK word where I found it from the 1900s. This is Chelsea's way of saying Ghanaian. She says Guinean.
It is hilarious. Okay. No, you're right.
My word is Guinean with a question mark. That's my word.
That's very good.
God.
That's very good. I actually can't top any of those. That's very, very good. Seriously. Well done. Because what you fucking for real? Like, seriously.
What are you saying?
And why is he not correcting her?
Why is he not correcting her?
So annoying.
Because he needs to run, like Nana said. That's why.
He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out, mate. Seriously. Okay, so we start with our faves, Chelsea and Kwame. They were finishing off a conversation. Well, it seemed like they had a conversation last night and they were recapping it in the morning. So, it's come to light that Kwame has said that, Chelsea can't take... Sorry, this is such fuckery. But so let me get it out. Chelsea is not allowed to take Kwame's surname if they get married until he has his mother's blessing. Yeah. Can we just take that in for a second? Yeah. Can we take that in? Because honestly, be for real. Be for real.
There is man out there fighting with their woman because the woman dares to say that she wants a double barrel.
Right.
This man saying, you can't have my name. I have no words. Like, if that's not him, basically, why is he marrying her?
I just honestly... I don't know, but can you just see, yeah, even though Chelsea, she's got issues, but this is he has got literally, he's got a line of men and women holding massive flags that are red, waving them. They're all waving them. There's rows to this line. It's just not.
But she only sees pink. That's the problem.
You're black. I mean,
God.
it's a strange one. That was strange. That I was like, that's different. So it's almost like I'm gonna marry you, but there's this but you can't have my set. Like, it's just very strange. It's weird. It's a weird one.
It's so weird.
No. I mean, you're a Ghanaian. Culture.
Yes, Sade.
In your culture, is this a common practice in your culture?
No.
To your knowledge.
You know what?
Mm.
Actually, why am I thinking to spin this for this brother? But
Because that's you.
Because surnames is still very new in a can culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same for Gas, but in a can culture, which means cans, it's new. This is literally like 70 years old to have a surname. It's not that prevalent that your wife has to take your surname.
Right.
So he may be like, because it's not been going on for long in his family.
that makes it worse for me. That makes it worse.
You're well.
Yeah, you were. But that makes it worse for me because it's not even like it's not. Yeah, that makes it worse. No. I just don't. He just doesn't want to marry her. He doesn't want to move. He doesn't want her to have his surname. He doesn't want her to speak to his mum. He doesn't. He is blinking, like I said yesterday. Everyone he speaks to, he's blinking, saying, "Help me, help me, help me." And they're all like, "Chelsea's great, Chelsea's great, Chelsea's great." So he's just going along with it. He doesn't want to be there. I've never seen a man less excited to be getting married than him.
Honestly, like it's painful to watch. It actually is painful because it's like, how many ways? And the thing is, you know what, sometimes as well, when you have different cultures, it's so easy to twang up someone's head and just say, oh, you know, because of my culture, we can't do this. These times it's a big freaking these times have you even spoken to your mother? You haven't even spoken to your mother. Yeah. You haven't even spoken.
So how do you know exactly? You haven't spoken to her. So why are you making up lies?
He has, and it would be his father's surname.
Yeah.
Like, there's loads of things where it's like, dude, this is bullshit. And she, you know, everyone can see.
This is the same guy that wanted to be called Alex.
Right. So even talking about his dad, he in that conversation, it was implied that his dad doesn't even know. Do you know what I mean? And his mum doesn't want to know. That's the way that he put it. And you know, Chelsea, she's just like, she doesn't really care what they think. She was just like, you know, we can make it work, and that she's in for him, and that, you know, she said, you can lean on me. I'm just like, bro, he's trying to lean away from you.
Right. He's trying to leave.
He is. It's so crazy. I was just like, yeah, what a way to start an episode. I just thought it was a disrespect. I actually feel, watching this back, I feel so for this girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think she's gonna have a bit of a shock when people start to expose that, nah, what you're talking about isn't real. It just isn't.
Exactly. She's gonna get a big shock with all of that stuff. But she is deluded, though. She's deluded.
She is. She's in a bubble. She just.
She's dickmatized.
Yes.
Yeah. But I kind of think it wouldn't have mattered who it was.
No.
Right? Like
any kind of black guy, maybe.
I don't even think black.
Any kind of guy.
Yeah.
Any guy.
Yeah.
No, I feel like black was her thing, you know. I feel like black is her thing.
I think, like, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it kind of makes her more interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like it appears to make her more interesting. So yeah, I can see it could be like, okay, yeah, this is a prize. Like, do you know what I mean? But I do think it would be any guy though. Like,
I think it would be any guy. And I don't know, she, like, Kwame, she gives me like, this is her first black boyfriend, just because of the way that she was about her dad and being so anxious about what's his reaction going to be. I don't think she's, and also the way that she fetishizes on Kwame. I feel like this is her first black boyfriend, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I've got a black man after all these years. I've always wanted one. Oh my God, look at him.
See,
He's the greatest.
To find that out because I feel like she's probably a serial dater. There's just things about her where I'm just like, I know women like you, man. I feel like he's the one that she's managed to get close enough to marry. But I think that's her type. There was just no phasing with her family. I mean, obviously they know the cameras are there, but there's just certain things that you know when it's like out of character, like they would be probing a little bit more. They just seemed all very comfortable and welcoming. Like this is Chelsea's type. This is what Chelsea does.
Maybe.
I can't lie. I didn't pick that up. I thought some of them were shocked, but that's just me. Not necessarily. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, of course, it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if this was her first. Do you know what I mean?
It's giving me first time vibes.
Yeah.
So
then we jump to Bliss and Zach. You know, they're talking about, you know, their concerns are that they're both from homes where their parents have been divorced. You know, and we saw, which I suspected was the other side of Bliss in this conversation, was that her needing to be right all the time. Do you know what I mean? He said something and then he said, but, and then she's like, don't say but. Because that negates everything that you say, and it was like he was trying to have a heartfelt moment. Yeah.
And then she was like, "Don't say but," and it just kind of shitted on everything. You know, it kind of made the whole situation awkward because then he was trying to recover, and then she was like, "Oh, but you can go ahead." And it was just really weird. Like I don't know, if she was trying to be funny or what, but it was just shut up, innit? It was one of those moments. You did.
That's exactly it. It is like, shut up. Like, just let the man talk. Because, okay, you could say it was really a however, but he said but, and we all do that. So, allow him. Yeah, she is finicky.
Yeah. I think she's smarter than him. She knows it. She's been dulling that because it's challenging for him, and her dad was absolutely right. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, but he's absolutely right. He's like, you can't handle my daughter, man. You don't know what you're getting. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I think Zach is, mate, I don't know how he's going to deal with that one. I really don't. Then we see Brittany, and meeting Brett's dad and brother. My note is his brother looks like a lion.
His brother has a lot of hair, like
so much. Yeah,
wowzers.
It was actually quite distracting. Yeah, when I was looking at him, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And his dad, I just wasn't. They weren't the pair that I was expecting.
Right.
So because I also felt like his dad was quite warm. And how he had described his father before was like, you know, like a stern man, like they never really said I love you to each other. So I was just expecting a whole different package. I didn't think it was going to be funny.
I don't know if that
they didn't come in the form that I was thinking they was.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think maybe his brother shocked me more than the dad, because I feel like with the dad, I don't think I was expecting him to look any particular way. And they did kind of talk about the fact that they're not huggers and that's not them and their family. But the brother, I thought the brother was going to be like maybe a mini Brett. I didn't think he'd be so different.
I just thought that his question about, do you like my hair? It was like such a, well, what is she supposed to say? Because you're making an issue. Like, do you know what I mean? But, you know, in my heart of hearts, I'll be thinking, yeah, you need to get that plaited ASAP. Like, what is all this?
Hey, is this how you're coming to the wedding?
That's what I was thinking, like, he was probably expecting her to say. Like, what can you ask for?
It's like he was proper judging her response, you know? Do you know what I mean? That was like, he tried to set her up there. I didn't like that. but it was like a nice conversation, you know. I think Tiffany just carries herself well anyway. Like I don't think she's gonna say anything wild or act wild in any moment. Do you know what I mean? So that was pretty comfortable, unproblematic again.
The only part I thought stumbled a little bit was when the dad asked her about her family. Like, what are you? Are you middle class, working class? Like,
okay.
Find out what type of a black family they were, and she was like, you know, by no means did we have lots of money. And it's like, you know, you weren't working class. It's like, you're probably from a middle class family. Just say, like, that's not gonna. He didn't seem like he was like gonna judge her for that. But I thought that was the only part that showed. I thought
it was an interesting question, though. Like, what? Like, I thought that was odd question to ask, maybe in asking in that way, but that kind of threw me off anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I think maybe because Brett's got money, maybe that's his way around trying to work out what she's got and where she comes from, without, you know, directly saying to her, how much papes do you make? You know, maybe that's what it was. But it's an odd question. It's not one that you usually hear, is it? Like, I don't know if it's an American thing, but it's not something that we go around saying to each other.
That's true. You would know as well. Like, I don't.
That's true.
Do you know
that's very true.
Thing, isn't it? They don't have the time to family, and if they're like were generally poor, and your family's working class, that is an issue. Like, there are loads of families that are not going to have it. They're not going to want their daughter to be married to a man who comes from a poor background. So I guess that's probably why he was asking, like, what type of family do you come from? Like,
and also, I think, and Brett did mention that people have judged him for not having the traditional route to education, didn't he?
True.
He said that, like, in the pods. So maybe his father's just kind of like feeling her out to make sure that she's not the type of a woman that he's had previously.
I think it's basically the same thing that Bliss' dad, and I keep coming back to him, but it's just like, are you, what kind of man are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's your background? Are you gonna be able to match my daughter and what we've kind of built for her, really? But I think in Bliss's family, you can definitely, on the dad side, you can see, like, okay, he's definitely come from a rough. So he's got some stories to tell. Do you know what I mean? And sacrificed or whatever, built something for his daughters and his son, I guess. But interesting, very, very interesting. Then we see Micah and Paul. I don't know, again, not super noticeable for me at this point. They, you know, he's packing, you know, they're just talking about missing each other and that sort of thing, which was cute. It seems like they've grown closer, which you would like, you know. The thing is, what I'm not understanding, and obviously we're one episode away now, right? Do you know what I mean? It's just like that clip that they keep on showing of Micah saying that you should answer first. Like, how did we get there? Because everything you're showing us at the moment is like they're in a good place. So what the hell is going on? Like, is there a massive plot twist coming or something? Like, I just don't know. It's strange to me anyway.
Like, that is an interesting one.
Oh, are you still there?
Just dropping out.
Say that again. I know you dropped out for a sec.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
Yeah, because you see how it's like, he seems more sure of, I'm probably going to marry her than Micah does. But then we get that clip and it is like, so how would Micah have known anything about Paul? Like, I really want to see, because you don't have any correspondence, so how would you know that there was a something where he should go first? Or unless she wants to do he says yes and it's like, you know, I'm not sure, like, just because she is a bitch. She is a bitch. She could do that. She's just being a bitch. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe she thinks that she's doing him a favor by allowing him to speak first. I don't know. It is a weird one, because they do seem like they're getting closer and he seems really invested in their relationship now, doesn't he?
He really does. He really does. So we then have what would you call this? The hen do's and the stag do's. The guys are at this bar where there's burlesque dancers. Zach makes a point of saying, you know, he's not into it. You know, his mother was a stripper. He's not into it.
Production were fuckeries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, that's fuckeries, isn't it? It is.
It is, isn't it? It's just...
I mean, at least they weren't, you know, full-on strippers.
Yeah, it's like the art form stripper, isn't it? That's,
yeah, but still, the dude looks super uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not interested in seeing that. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So you could have taken him anywhere.
Yeah. And it looked dry as well for everybody.
It's dry as hell.
Dry. It did
dry.
Like, honestly, I was just like, why? Like, surely they're gonna do something else because this ain't it. This can't be your last hurrah because this is terrible. Everyone's having sensible conversations in their corner.
Right? Not even all together. They've just gone off in their silence.
It's so weird.
It was weird. And then we see Kwame. He talked about how his brother and sister are like super supportive. And you know, then he went into a rant about Seattle, like saying it's overpriced, it's not that great. Like, do you know what I mean? I was just like, bro, are you all right? How
he is hating.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Don't want to move there, basically.
No. He's spitting his dummy out like a child, like a toddler. That he's acting like a toddler, throwing his toys.
I
don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You guys have got me here in this dead city. He might as well have said that.
He's blamed his mom. He's blamed the commute. He's blamed Seattle. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these different reasons of like why he just doesn't want to marry Chelsea. He should just have not applied, to be honest.
Exactly.
Go on, sorry.
He had a new friend. He had a friend.
Oh, did he?
He did have a friend.
Oh, yes. The guy that came down for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
We had some brethrens. It was like,
yeah.
Well,
yeah. Why are you so excited for him?
Because cousin Kwame had a brethren. I was like, you got somebody else other than James.
It's just weird.
It's so weird. It's actually so weird. And you know, we see Zach talking to his friend. His friend they totally exactly what I was expecting. They made sense to me. He was gushing about, you know, the signs and like the song they had in common and the owl, and you know, he's wearing an owl tie. And it's just like, yeah, bro, but you still picked Irina. Like,
let's not skim over that.
The signs weren't that strong.
Yeah, you saw the signs and you ignored them.
Honestly. And then we see, you know, his partner Bliss talking to her friends and saying that, you know, they're going to make things work. She did mention that Zach talks too much as well.
You know, like when they get married, when and if they get married, you know he's going to be henpecked, isn't it? He's going to be one of those husbands that she won't let breathe without her say so.
Yeah.
She's going to dress him. She's going to tell him what he can eat, where he can go, who he can speak to.
Yeah.
And if he says no, she's going to fling in. Do you remember when you proposed to Irina? I've taken you back, you know. Do you know everything that I've been through? She seems so controlling. Yeah. The more, it's like you said, Sade, the more I see her and the more she says stuff, I'm like, Bliss ain't so blissful.
She ain't. And to add to that, I think she's gonna have a spreadsheet. She's gonna have like a list of points in alphabetical order with subcategories.
Yes.
She's gonna have data to prove her points.
Oh my god, yes, she's gonna use data. She is. You're not wrong. She's gonna have a PowerPoint. She's gonna use data.
He needs to be scared. Like literally, she isn't gonna make this easy for him.
No.
If I was him, I would be like, and he does data as well. I would be writing down all of the bits where it's like, you know what, this could get out of control. Like,
He needs to have his counter arguments, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because she's going to be like, on the 6th of November in 1984, we didn't even know each other. We weren't born, but still.
You see Bliss, yeah? She's the type of woman, she will become a lawyer just to be
yes.
him.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're right. She'll take night classes, won't she?
She'll do it all.
Just so she can be better than him.
Yeah.
Honestly. I don't think
he should be scared.
He's not ready for her. He isn't.
He needs to listen to the dad. The dad told you. The dad tried to warn you, bruv. You thought he was coming for you. Nah, he was just warning you.
But yeah, I do think, you know what, outside the obvious, Bliss is one of the, I don't like her that much. I really don't. Like, seriously, the more I see her, the more it's like, nah, you're a problem. Then we see Brett, and his friends are asking him, like, how do you know you're in love? And he's talking about, he wants to make her happy. He's wondering what kind of mother that she's going to be. He's always thinking, what can I do for her? Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like it's just so cute. It's just really, really cute.
It is. I hope it doesn't crash and burn. But yeah.
Yeah.
As we have like the various theories, I did see one TikTok and they broke down all of our kind of reservations to him that we had at the beginning, like that robotic kind of ness about him, like maybe this is a formula. And they were going into all of his spills, and it literally was exactly the same each time he speaks about Tiffany as well. And I was like, there is something very script-like. It's very performative. It really is the perfection of a Black woman. And he always goes back to that script of she is sweet. She's just so welcoming. I just think of her like she'd be great with kids. Like, it's always her great. Nobody is like that though. Like, that's actually not real, because she has to have shitty as well.
She does. Yeah, and I still would like to see them have a difficult conversation.
Yeah.
And it hasn't happened, just because I want to see how they handle that. Because how are you going to handle that if you haven't had those conversations now? When you're married, how are you going to know how to react and to deal with one another?
Right.
Exactly.
There was one thing that I kind of noticed. It was in yesterday's episode, actually. I forgot to say. In episode, what are we on? 11. So it must have been. It was 10. Must have been 10. So when she was like, I'm stressed out. I'm so stressed out. I could do without. I wish we weren't getting married. She said something along those lines. He seemed to me like he was a bit irked.
Oh, really?
Like, there was something there where I was like, he seemed like he was a little bit. Even though everything he did to recover and took her out, that was lovely. But there was just something there where I felt that he was like, the look that he gave her, I thought, that's interesting.
Personally, like he wasn't really, that's what I feel like in the pods when she fell asleep. It was just like he saw it as a reflection of him, not like her issue. Do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
It was like he was.
It was a jump,
almost, or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a bit like, I want the. Yeah, he seems like he's building her up, like you said, to be this perfect Black woman.
Yeah.
But what if she's not and she has flaws? Like, how are you going to deal with that? What's going to be your response?
This is it. Well, that's exactly what her friend was saying. And I think it's really difficult because it's like the friends in those moments, they get like just a snippet. And I was thinking, well, what's the difference between this friend and Shelby? But there's a lot. But I
was thinking, if we want to go down the rabbit hole of exploring the difference, we can talk about it.
But she was saying, the thing is like, because they haven't had a conflict yet, and that could seem like a haterish type of conversation, really. But I don't think it was. I think it was just, do you know what I mean? Like concern, as you're saying, Auntie Farah there, like, do you know what I mean? Like, how are they actually going to handle it? Like, how do you know? Does he shut down? Does he shout?
Yeah.
Does he leave? Like, we've seen it with most of the others, to be honest. You know what I mean? We know Paul can't handle conflict; he'll cave.
Yeah.
Kwame is just gonna laugh. You're so
right. There is a method. There's something that they all do. Like, what does he do in those situations?
Yeah, we don't know. All we've seen is that he gets vexed and personalizes it.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen a response. So also, how does Tiffany handle that? So we don't know, other than her being like, I'm so sorry that it's you need more day-to-day, like,
and that can't be your resolution all the time. So it's exactly. You need So interesting.
It is an interesting one. It's kind of like the Obama syndrome, really and truly. Like, do you know what I mean? They can't, like, can they there's so much pressure, like, to be this perfect couple. Can they show that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when Michelle was like talking about she hated him for 10 years.
Yeah, right. I loved when she said that, because it's true. It's facts. And it's it's real life.
Yeah. That was jokes, actually. I think I forgot to bring it to the pod. How real, I mean, it's never lasted that long. And it probably wasn't a 10-year stretch. But for 10 years, you're in a bit of conflict. Yeah, definitely. That's very real, to live through that. But most people cave at that because they're like, happy. And that's the romantic notion of marriage, is like, no, but that should always be my person. And sometimes they're not. They're literally side brethren. They're not.
Yeah.
You're just feeling like, we're just bringing up these kids. Like, we're just getting.
Yeah.
And then you can reemerge, and it is like, that's my person again. But those are the peaks and troughs of it. Like, that was very real that she said it. And most people that have been in it for a while would be like, yep, that shit happens.
I get that. I recognize that.
I can relate.
Yeah, I can't relate in relationships, but I can relate in terms of parenting. You know, like when people are like, I love my children all the time. No, you don't.
You don't.
You do not. Don't lie.
All the time. You don't even love yourself all the time. So you
right.
All the time. Anybody.
It's true.
Facts.
So true. So we then get to Paul and Micah. Paul, the conversation was too boring. Cute but boring. And then we had Micah, who was drunk with her friends Shelby and Ruby. Shelby takes it upon herself to say, he's a nice guy, but I think she deserves everything in the world, and I don't think this is it. Like, literally repeating what she said previously. And Micah was saying, I think you guys just don't know him very well. And Shelby's just like, but she's putting the butts in, and her friend said, what's your butt beside your huge ass? And I'm just like, these are the types of friends you guys have. But it's just like, I think Michael was having a bit of a realization, because she's like, friends should support friends, which we've been saying the whole time, and that it's the fact that she even needs to say that on camera is just it's not cool. Like,
Shelby needs a talking to.
She does, and she should have had one by now. That's the thing. It's like, you were at the meet, you were at the wedding fitting. Like, why has no one said anything to you that you're actually embarrassing the situation? It's just enough. Why
is Micah still letting her be around in those places? Like, from the first meeting, when she was kicking off and acting all drunk and weird, wouldn't you said to your brethren at that point, I don't think that you should, if you're not supporting me, then I don't want your negative energy around me. Like, you stay over there, innit? Think about it, and maybe I'll see you at the wedding.
I don't think she can dispel Shelby. I think Shelby has a hold over her where she can't say, you were recording and there's a friend scene, Shelby is there. Like, she can't say you're not.
Yeah, like, that's true.
But they were, it's a nice way of saying this. I'll go back to my default word. I was disgusted by their behavior. They were just ridiculously drunk. 3 drunk white girls, peak embarrassment. I was literally like, this is really embarrassing. And if I was watching this back, I'd be like, this is embarrassing. This is like ridiculous behavior from these 3 women. I was appalled.
They were really white girl wasted. Really white girl wasted.
Come on, guys. There's cameras. Like, just keep it together a little bit, at least. Like, at least one of you, the bride to be, can be drunk, but all three of you, like, honestly, it's a mess.
But even the bride to be, like, their wedding is allegedly the next day, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of drunk to be the day before your wedding.
Some people are drunk on their wedding day, bro.
It's true.
And I've seen that. Yeah. But I've definitely seen some people be drunk on their wedding day. But you got to get to the wedding, innit?
This is it. Okay. And speaking of getting to the weddings, the next morning, Chelsea and Kwame, it's their wedding day. Chelsea feels like it's like Christmas morning. She's talking about him being a good man, a good person, the most talented person that she's ever met. Which I put, girl, really?
She ain't met a lot of people then. She's lived a sheltered life.
Because I'm like, that singing, and I've watched that scene again, and I was like,
me too.
Can't sing for shit.
No. Auntie Nana, I watched it again because I was like, did I miss something? So I had to watch it
again. Exactly.
Oh my god.
I went back to the scene, like, okay, maybe it was in tune and I hyped it because I was stuck on his hairline at that stage and shit. But it's terrible. He cannot sing.
No. It was embarrassing. Like, I as a singer yourself, I had cringe when I watched it the first time, and every time I've seen a clip of it or watched it again myself, I'm just like, no, he should never pick up a guitar ever again in his life and then say that he can sing. And then when he was like, your turn now.
But she really was crying though. Like, at least she had tears. But dude, I don't know who you've been meeting, but terrible.
Not a lot of people.
Yeah, not good. She's just overly gassed. We see Kwame with, his homies.
He has more friends.
More friends.
More white friends.
Yes, not surprised.
Reflective of, how he's coming across, and how maybe he's been socialized. He does say this strange line of like, if he is single, then he's going to go straight to Vegas, which I just thought, freaking hell, mate. Seriously, you already got your exit strategy planned. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea, talks about her friends and how much they believe in her. And I can't lie, the visual that I got from seeing them was like the cult in the end of Swarm. Like, I just got it was just very kumbaya-y type, where, it was just odd to me.
One friend in particular, there was one friend in particular
with the piercing blue eyes and the
her in particular. I was like, this is giving me weird vibes here. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I also had an eerie vibe from her. Like, I was
run.
I'm like you.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't pinpoint it, but yeah.
The crew, their enthusiasm. I really was like, Kwame, run. Like, this isn't. Yeah. I don't know what you're getting involved in, dude. Like, you may not come out of this in one whole piece. Like, it was very Get Out. Very
was
very much so.
And this is why I think as well that, again, like, it's probably her first, because she was like, she really pointed out she's had no family input in her decision. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that was just like, this is all new for her. And it's just like, I don't think they all knew that he was from Ghana either, or how
Guinean. Because Kwame's Guinean. Kwame is Guinean. Kwame is Guinean.
And she did, the way she said, like, that they don't have the mother's blessing at the moment. It was almost like, okay, guys, I've got this announcement because, this is what it is. It's a different culture, guys. And what it is like, we don't have the blessing. Yeah. But we're still doing it. We're still going ahead, okay? Thank you for loving me. Thanks. Like, it's just like,
exactly.
It's all, do you know what I mean? If she was British, she would so be that person. I just know.
Yeah. Despite it all, we're still going to go through with this wedding. because we love one another.
We love one another.
Yes, you know, we have a very deep connection, the two of us. Kwame and I. Oh my God, she might as well say that.
It was on the tip of her tongue. It was getting close. I was cringing at her talking about, you know, because in their culture, just anything like that when it's close to home, you know, it just prickles you because like,
that's why it was like,
what's she going to say? Like, I was on the edge, like, okay, so what are you going to say about?
She did something later that irritated me, but we'll get to that in a bit.
She was irritating because either way, family's religious. Okay, that's one thing. The whole, you know, they would expect him to be with a religious Guinean girl. Just say what that is, yeah. They would
just say black, innit? Just say it.
You know,
just say it.
Say it. When they trip up on words, it's so jarring. I actually don't think people know how annoying it is.
They don't.
You say coloured, then trip up on words.
No, I wouldn't prefer that though. I just sorry, I'm holding my hand up. I strongly disagree. Under no circumstances must you ever say coloured. No, under no circumstances. Because if you say it to me, you're gonna get a whole rap. I'm gonna rap to you because I'm black. Because I'm black and I'm black.
Wasn't that long ago black folk were also calling themselves coloured? I would prefer
a while ago
you
now.
Use the terms that you use and don't trip over and try and preempt how I'm going to react. Don't do that. Just speak how you're going to speak, and then
for me, like I get that, but I actually thought it was more of a case of she's trying not even. Because colour isn't a thing. She's not saying it. It's just like that's why she's going to religion and tradition.
That left-leaning liberal shit is such a bullshit. You're just as racist as the next person. You're just trying to meter out how to compensate for your racism. Prefer it straight, dish it out, say it, speak with your chest, and then let's move through it.
I do think she's well-meaning, and I do think she's making a point of saying the country because she knows that Africa is not a country. So do you know what I mean? Like, I think she's trying to demonstrate, I know things. Like, you know, I'm down. I'm doing the right thing. Do you know what I mean?
She's definitely trying to champion her allyship. You know, she's definitely trying to do that. She's that. But I noticed that from very early with her that she's trying to be that girl. And maybe she is like that, but learn how to say Ghana, innit?
Yeah, like I just think like, it's well-meaning, and also as well, Kwame should really correct her. Like that's the thing. Like
that's the part that's really annoying.
That's annoying. Like
you're gonna meet my mum and say you're a lovely Guinean woman. Can you imagine?
You know what I mean? She'll just cuss you.
He's setting her up for maybe his mum ain't gonna do it, but an auntie will.
Yeah,
an auntie definitely will.
That whole. You're going to get a dressing down really quickly if they ever meet her.
That's true. Because are there any aunties around?
Yeah. There are a few men that do that. Definitely, I have a few in my family.
Yeah. I mean, like for him, like absolutely, like what you're saying, they never meet because I don't know if he's ever going to have her in those situations. If they get married, I can't see him bringing her around in any of those situations.
He's gonna live part-time in Portland.
Yeah, maybe when they have kids, but then there are other people. Even when they have children, you don't see their children.
Yeah,
there's ways that he can do it.
I do think like the brother and sister, so Barbara and Jerry, they seem really lovely. They seem really nice.
Really lovely, yeah.
And the sister definitely came across more Americanized.
Than,
both of them, to be honest.
Yeah,
and they reveal that the dad. Who do you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. He's never really explained what's going on with the dad, but apparently the dad is happy and supportive. The mum is not, but she's still likely to pray for them. Do you know? A good God for you woman there, and it was just a nice scene.
I liked his sister. I really liked his sister.
Yeah, the sibling love, and then doing the prayer circle kind of.
Yeah, that was lovely.
That was really lovely scene, like showing that it's not as, because I think like unfortunately like quite, yes, this is what he's projecting as his reality. That, you know, do you know what I mean? But it was good to see the counterbalance of you have your siblings blessing and they are supporting you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not just you know.
Yes. What was interesting though, like Barbara did say, like, you don't call no one. There was like that line. So it's like, oh, so you're not really, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're isolating yourself.
You're isolating yourself. Yeah.
But also, why wasn't Jerry a groomsman?
Right? Why wasn't he though? Look how many groomsmen he had. Why wasn't your brother there? That is very true.
Because those friends are actors.
Exactly.
I can't lie. Auntie Sade, I thought earlier on when you said, oh yeah, he's got friends and they're white, I thought extras. In my head, I thought they're extras. The production called them. They got paid £100 to come and stand next to him for the day.
Kwame story.
No.
Like,
no.
You know, we went here, nothing. And your brother.
I can't believe you're getting married after all this time. You know, we thought you'd be the last one. There was nothing.
It was
nothing. Just a bunch of extras, as fake as the phone call that he made to his mum.
I was like, this is weird. This dude is. To be fair, everyone needs to run. It's not even just him. Chelsea needs
everybody.
To run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
so that was weird.
It was weird. Chelsea, you know, kind of like has a bit of a talk with, I think she was talking to camera, but she was saying that she is letting her faith in them be greater than her fear, which, you know, maybe it's delusional. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I thought her, you know, you were talking about big things. I thought her bouquet was bigger than her as well. Do you know what I mean? I
Huge.
So big.
Her waist.
It was yes. It's bigger than her whole body.
It was a lot. And then we see Barbara arrive to come in and check on the bride to be, and she brings with her like a kente cloth purse that represented something new and something blue. And you know, they had like a really lovely conversation, and you just saw the warmth from Barbara. Really,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I really I didn't like the friends. I don't know. It was just like they were just staring. They weren't really interacting. It was just
they're like Stepford wives.
Yeah, they seem like, you know, like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, she's done it.
And they did that typical thing that people in those situations do when they're uncomfortable. Oh, look at her shoes. Like they like they picked something.
You look so nice.
and you know what they did. You know what they wanted to say? Oh, your dress is so interesting.
Yeah, where's that from?
All colourful. Yeah.
It's so interesting. What material would you call that?
It was just so. I just didn't like it.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
It was all awkward.
Yeah.
But
I did like how Barbara handled herself.
Yeah,
I liked Barbara, but the
bag was awkward.
It was just all awkward. I was like, this is really.
This is the bit. Yes, no. Yeah, that's the bit that I didn't. Remember, I said Chelsea did something that I didn't like. It was the bag thing. It was the whole. It was that whole. Because I feel like the bag. Barbara said to you, you're something new and something blue, right?
Yeah.
Now I know the bag doesn't necessarily go with your outfit, but you should have made an effort to carry the bag. behind her big ass bouquet, she could have had that bag.
No, guys, really, yeah. That was an inconsiderate present. It was not. It was
absolutely inconsiderate. It's basically Barbara took something on her way out when she was leaving home. That's what Barbara did.
She actually gave her bag.
That's what she did. That is what she did. I'm cool. Here, I don't actually need a bag. I put my money in my bra. Like, that's what Barbara did. Honestly. But I do feel like Chelsea could have had that big ass bag behind her big ass bouquet, and no one would have seen it. She could have carried them both. It would have been fine.
I think if Chelsea was a real one, she should have incorporated Kenty into her
because
her dress. That's what she should. That's what
if
she
she
yes,
to be serious.
Yeah,
serious about it. At least,
yes,
like, the throw over, like that
something.
I really like his sister. I liked what she represented and how she came in and her jolliness and everything else. Very Ghanaian hospitality. But that man is one of the cheapest shits I've ever seen. That is absolute market bag. And we all know she could have got a better Kente bag if you was being.
She could have.
Yeah.
That
she could have.
I was like, come on, Barbara. This is in your house. Like you just
she took it on the way out.
Absolutely. That is not. And there are bags that you give that are for weddings, and even the way the Kente is weaving, and it's just different. That is.
She could have got one of those pouches as well. You know, like the pouch. She could have got something like that she could have put around her wrist, or even like something for her to put to hide. Yeah, exactly. That would have been so lovely. A nice throw. That would have been absolute. And she could have dropped that as well with what she was wearing. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Auntie Sade. She should have had something. Even like you should have had a little something. You had nothing, and the reason why you had nothing is because Kwame. He doesn't care. Really, innit?
He doesn't care. Actually, you don't care. You don't care that much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not about blending the cultures. You're not about coming into his world. You're just like, I want to get married. And this is how I want to do it because this is my husband. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, it was a great expose of her, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she was saying the thing that made me cringe, and I know that Barbara reacted well, but it made me like, thank you for raising him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just thought, what? Why are you thanking her? I didn't like
the whole thing was cringe, and the way her friends reacted to Barbara being there was cringe. How she was clapping her hands at Barbara coming into the room was cringe. It was just all. I really like Barbara, but it was awkward.
Yeah, she's a good sister.
It was awkward. She's a great sister.
To entertain this charade. This part.
But it's because she's like, don't make me come here and you don't do this because I will.
He basically got threatened.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
You have to now get married.
Yeah, and you know, like she ain't gonna say that because she knows she's being filmed. Yeah. But she's basically saying, "Don't mess about. Don't embarrass the family."
That's it. It's funny. She said, "Make us proud," and he just laughed.
Yeah. He did that.
Kwame! Oh my
God! Kwame.
So we see Chelsea meet her dad, and going up before they go up the aisle. He says to her, some sweet things that but although it was a bit weird, you've been a great daughter. I mean, she's still going to be your daughter. Like, do you know what I mean? And you're going to make a great wife, which I thought was cute. She was shaking. When she got to the top, and a little bit of an awkward moment, could have coordinated that a little bit better. Kwame helps her get up, and he's like, "Oh, how are you? Not you look beautiful, or do you know what I mean? Wipe away a tear." Or,
that look that you expect, like when the groom looks back at looks down and sees her come. There was none of that. There was none of that. It was like, "Oh, let me help you. Oh, you're all right." Like, it's
awkward.
Awkward.
He just looked dodgy. He just looked dodgy. They were going through the vows. Of course, they make her say "I do" first, and then it ends on a bloody cliffhanger. But
even all of the vows, even leading up to that, him at the altar, like walking up to the altar with his sister. That chat there, awkward. Him saying, "I haven't written anything." Of course he's not written anything. Chelsea getting her whole fucking A4 spreadsheet out of all the shit that she's written, and then him like, "I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head," and then him just thinking on the fly, and even what he's saying is just no, Kwame, no. It was so shit, but she's there slapping it all up like her dog. Like it's just nah.
It's just surprising.
This is nonsense.
In the show
and the reason why I didn't need to write anything, because I wanted to be in the moment, or some crap like that he said. It's just like, nah, bruv, you didn't write anything because you don't care.
Yeah.
Basically, you couldn't even be bothered. It's awful. So yeah, so we don't know his response just yet. We find out on Friday what his response is going to be. What are you saying? What do you think? Is it going to be yes or no?
If he wasn't threatened by his sister, I would have said I think he's going to say no. But now I'm more like I think he's going to say yes, and they're going to last a short time.
Yes,
but I feel like he's going to say yes. It was just too much, and I was also surprised at the sister even saying, like, you know, you got to make us proud. Like, she's a good girl. Like, just all of that. I was like, this is weird. You don't even know her, but yeah.
I feel like the sister is like, as I said before, don't embarrass us. What she wants to tell him is, you put yourself on TV. Yes. You went and did that. You've called me here. You better marry this chick. That's what the sister.
Do you know what I mean?
I have left my children to come for this farce. You better marry her, and if you want to divorce her tomorrow, that's on you. But you see this here filming, you better marry her. Yeah? Got me here in my orange dress, having these white people tell me about my shoes.
Even away my bag.
So you're saying that, and now I got nothing to put my keys in.
Oh God!
That bag cost me $5.
The cheapest shit.
You better marry this chick.
I'm betting on a yes for him. I didn't think
me too,
but I'm betting on a yes.
Oh God. I find it so difficult, these things. I'm gonna say because what I want overpowers what I think. My logic. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I think he's gonna give a bit of a speech. Saying, you know, how much he really loved her and he was so close, but he just needed his mother to bless him or something. I think he's gonna mention his mum in his reasoning. But yeah, I think he's gonna say no. But I'm probably wrong.
He says that. If he does do that, she should spit in his face. I want dramatics. I want and then the run.
Do you know what it is? I'm conflicted because I feel like that's what he wants to say. He wants to say no, and he wants to use his mum as an excuse, and he wants to use the fact that moving from Portland is such a massive difference. Yeah, he wants to do that, but at the same time, I think that he is scared of her. Like there's an element of him that is scared of her. Can you imagine? Chelsea seems the type of chick that wouldn't spit in his face and run off. She seems the type of chick that would jump on him and go, ah! just out of nowhere, like this little Rottweiler. Yeah, I think that he wouldn't want to risk doing that in front of all these people. He's going to say yes, and then afterwards he's going to be like, I think I've made a mistake.
Yeah, then they'll work it out. They'll sort out what they need to do. But I don't know. Oh, sorry, go and say that again. He was threatened. He's got to say
the sister threatened him. The sister told him. In that sister, we're in public talk. She said to him, "Don't fuck about."
Yeah.
Got me here in my good dress. I was saving this dress for a real wedding.
You know what the thing? This is what I'm saying. You know what? You know what? Like, not even his side. They weren't coordinated. There was no. Where was the rest of the orange, please? Like, do you know what I mean? If that's the family color, then what the hell?
Weren't the brother in
and also, yes. And then, let's not forget Kwame's bumblebee colored kind of tie. Like, what is that? It's not even
again. It's a kente. It's a very cheap kente.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's my point. It's not. It wasn't on point. That he should have had the. What's that thing? The waist thing. He could have. They could have. Cummerbelt. Is it cummerband? He should have had like yes, or just like as you said before, like the shawl, like that little cheap tie thing. It's just like it's weak.
Yeah.
Look, Netflix are paying for it. You know, you could have gone all out.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Literally,
because you don't care.
Please.
At all.
I feel like it's imperative. Like, just get a stylist on. Like, just try and even if you're gonna say no, let's look the best that we can look. But when he was,
your family should have coordinated.
I was like, that is the cheapest flipping kente bow tie on Etsy.
It was so
for the whole set.
It was so cheap. They got it on Amazon the night before. Not even Etsy. They got it on Amazon. Amazon Prime delivery.
He probably made it himself, you know. He's the most talented man.
Let's try a little bit harder. We literally have a very rich culture. Like, we just like represent it well, please.
Yeah.
Not too much to ask.
He doesn't want to.
But
let's not forget.
Literally all of the Ghanaian names. Like, you got to try a little bit better.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to.
Interesting.
Oh dear, it's gonna be a doozy of an episode, the next one.
Yeah. So the next episode, we're gonna see the response to this, and then we're gonna see the rest of the weddings, right? And then we've got a reunion. Okay, so that's gonna be a bumper. Yeah, that's gonna be an absolute bumper, mate.
And it's just one. I can't see how they're gonna do all of this in an hour, but maybe it's just gonna be.
That's what I was thinking.
Because 12, 13.
Mad Gimme says, I feel like he would crumble on the pressure and say yes. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna get. I think it's just too much in it. It's intense.
He looked stressed though.
Yes.
Like, he did look very, very stressed. I just don't I don't know.
It's a hard one because if you half like somebody, like you like them in it, and you'd be like, yeah, eventually I could marry them, but it's coming up right away. Maybe you would be like, yeah, I'm just gonna marry them. But I think he is gonna crumble. I just don't think he's got the minerals to say no.
Because even remember with SK, we thought he was gonna say yes, no? Like I thought he was gonna say yes, and then he was like, no. And you had your mom there.
But see, Kwame doesn't have the thing like SK though, so I think he's gonna say yes. I know that was surprising. I don't know. Oh my! I would be super surprised if he says no. Super surprised.
Would you? I think he. Yeah, I think he probably is gonna follow his heart. Well, he's gonna try and follow his heart. He just looks so freaking stressed. That's the thing.
Who? We're talking about. Yeah, he's not
up there.
I just think he's
look like I can't get out.
Yeah, he looked like when he looked like, are you not really gonna make me do this? Like, are you really, really gonna make me do this? Like, for real, like I've actually got to really marry her. So it's not a joke. I really have to marry her. That's what he looked like. And then like when he was with his sister, and his sister's like, yeah, well, she just nervous at my wedding, and he's like, no. It's like he was looking at her to just say, sis, please tell me I don't have to do it. She was like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's come on.
If your brother or sister decided to do this show and had you on the show as like the significant sibling or person or in the fret, whatever, do you know what I mean? And you can see the girl's lovely or the boy is lovely, or do you know what I mean? Like, they're lovely, but you can see crackety crack.
Do you know what?
What would you do?
You know what? It depends which brother. Because there's some of my brothers I'll be like, you need to marry this girl.
Just marry.
Yeah, just done it. You, like, it's not getting any better in it. And there's other ones I'll be like, nah, bruv, come on. It depends on the brother. But I feel,
because I actually think that is probably what Barbara is doing. It's like Kwame.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You know what? It's very weird because I feel like I'd be way more protective over my sister. I don't know if that's a feminine. I don't know. But yeah, I think if it was my sister in this process, I'm gonna be a bit like a Shelby. Like, I don't think anybody's good enough for you.
Do you know what?
He really was good enough for her, but I may have that kind of stance. But
you're right.
I would probably be, if she's really into you, I may be like, you gotta marry her, you know. I may be a little bit more like Barbara, which
you're absolutely right.
No,
but you're absolutely right. Because like if my sister, so let's say for example, my sister was Chelsea, and I could see how Kwame's going on. I'm telling my sister, you don't need to marry this dude. He's like, I firmly believe I'd be like, no. But as I said, depending on which brother, I might be like, brother, ain't getting no better. You just marry this girl, innit? Like, it's time. It's time. Yeah. Marry this girl.
I would be like that. That is really bad.
Yeah, it is really bad.
I think like I can't lie. I would be thinking about the cameras, and I really would just be like, okay, what do you? What's your heart saying?
What do you want to do?
Oh, you're going to be like Bliss's family.
Yeah, the most would have to be a pros and cons list. Like, let's just think, and I'll be like, okay, you need to sleep on it. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe just hold on what's in your heart until you get to the altar. Like, do you know what I mean? And make it.
Yeah. You know, make them see basically.
Whatever decision you make, and then as soon as the cameras are gone, I'll be like, "Don't you fucking dare!"
I'd be hugging my brother or my sister and pinching them, like, "Don't fuck about," like whispering in their ear.
Honestly, oh my god, that would be such a dilemma, though.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Oh,
it's funny because there's a couple of my brothers that I want them to go on shows like this.
Oh,
yeah, maybe not this show, but I want them to go on like I definitely want one of my brothers to go on First Dates. You know who you are.
That's all right. But yeah,
I might actually apply for him.
It's open, so they're taking applications.
Yeah, I saw the cringy TikTok.
Yeah, that was appropriation, guys.
Stop my god.
Stop it.
It's actually not okay. But I wonder if people would do it. I wonder how it's going to work in the UK. I
think people will. People did. What's the other one? Married at First Sight. So they're definitely going to do this.
But like, I just don't. As a Black woman, I just don't think it's not with what the UK's got to offer. Like, absolutely
no,
not. Yeah. It's not, because at least like on Love Island, like everyone's, hot.
They go gym.
They're gonna be a certain amount of attractiveness, right? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like, but in Love Is Blind, like, you have no freaking. No,
can you imagine what they'd be getting for us as well? Like,
exactly that. Remember, it took a while. It took many seasons before a Black woman even got anywhere in Love Island.
Yeah.
Let alone this. It's like, actually, is it the place for you to put yourself out there? Like, just I don't know. But I'm intrigued. I really would like to see how it works in the UK. But I don't know if we're going to get too much Black love on display.
I doubt it. I doubt we're going to get any. I don't see it.
I can't. It would.
I just think, I know this is dread, but I feel like the Black guys that are going to go on there, they're not going to. A bit like Love Island, isn't it? They're not the Black guys that are going to want Black girls.
It'd be Kwame. It'll be loads of Kwames. Literally, ex-football player.
I know, he's such a stereotype, isn't he? Actually, but oh god, yeah. I don't know. It's going to take a few seasons. It's going to take Twitter backlash, and then probably get a real Black love story that will take place in the UK one. But it'll take a minute.
No, I just don't think so. I just don't think we're going to get, like, it would. Oh god, even the white contestants is going to be terrible. Like, it's going to be a car crash.
It's going to be a car crash.
Where are they going to live when they go on holiday to Spain? They're going to do the holiday in Spain.
It's going to be a car crash.
Portugal.
Portugal or Spain. Okay.
Yeah,
And
they'll yeah, and then they're probably going to live in one of the cities. I doubt they would put them in London.
No, in Canary Wharf.
Probably Manchester. Maybe.
Do you think so? No, I think they put them in London. I do.
London would make a lot of sense, to be honest. But then it's always.
I feel like they put them. If it's not London, it will be Manchester. And I'm just thinking of it purely from a filming perspective. Just on those grounds, those are the two places that they would do it.
Yeah, yeah.
For content, in terms of the content that they'll need to get, those are the reasons why.
It would make sense to start off with London because you are going to have a more diverse pool of people. But I guess it depends who applies.
This is what I'm saying. You're going to
get. You guys want to throw your hat in the ring?
Absolutely not. Not this early. Do you know what I mean? We've got to have a couple.
Not from the UK.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go to the American one.
Me too. I'll do that.
You know what I mean?
I'm not doing this one. Nah.
It might stand out, but do you know what I mean? Not in the UK.
Nah, it's not happening.
I know, be like, oh, Sade, smooth operator. You all right? No thanks.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Cliche.
Yeah, I'll be in the pod calling them bruv. Nah, bruv. It's a no from me.
Gilda says my family might kidnap me or the groom. It could get peak like that, definitely.
It could get peak.
If for anybody else watching with us, would you go on Love is Blind UK if you're from the UK? Would you apply? Yeah. The applications are open.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
I swear I might submit my brother.
For real.
The more I'm thinking about this, there's one of them like,
Do it.
Well, there's one. You've got to go for the auditions anyway.
Yeah.
There's one of them that I think would be, he should do it.
It will be free. I would literally.
He says no.
No, just no. No.
It'll be stressful, and then just I don't know, man. And then that's the thing. Like, say if you go through it, and then you're actually in love with.
Oh no!
Not what you want. Just not what you want, and then you're just gonna look mad. And
the UK's not that big, you know, as well. That's what we got to remember. It's not that big around there. And if, like, imagine you're both like from London as well, your circle's going to be a little bit tight.
Yeah.
There's going to be, you're going to know someone that knows someone that they know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's why you can't even be moving reckless. You couldn't move like Jackie. Wait, they didn't.
No, you couldn't.
Did they?
No, they're done with them until the wedding, until the reunion. They're done with them.
True.
We'll see them in the reunion when Jackie tries to act like the editing fucked her over. even though she said that's what we didn't talk about, the conspiracy theories.
Yes. So I actually watched. So Jackie, has put out this social media post, like saying that, you know, the whole thing, how it went down with Marshall wasn't how it went down. It was different days. She's wearing different outfits, etc., kind of thing. And she's going in the comments saying that she has the receipts and everything like that. But there's been more things that are coming out. Like one thing, oh God, what did I watch? No, I was listening
the Zach thing.
No. I was listening to Call Her Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where they were talking about the Hills, right? So someone from the Hills came on and they were talking about a couple of things. What she's talking about, because she mentioned that they took an audio from a different clip and put it over that audio. So it's her saying that line about I just saw Josh, but it's from a different clip. And that and Call Her Daddy, they talked about that, and that happened all the time. So like, I'm not sure. She says she's got receipts. Even she said she's got receipts. We'll see what's going on. Obviously it's the reunion. So like, even Zach having his clip out, how the hell did he get that? Because
so Zach's clip, I think I definitely, I feel like Jackie is clutching at straws because, and I tell you for why. So there could be an element of like the audio thing where she's saying they took an audio from a different part, maybe. However, there are certain points within her whole comeback. If we remove the evidence from the actual video footage, but if you look at her comeback and say she has receipts, when pressed for receipts, she did not have the receipts. She was not able to actually present the receipts.
She said she was a new reunion, though. That's what she said.
But even her saying, there's two things. So she was like, I didn't go to the wedding fitting because they told me not to. Why are they going to tell you not to go to the wedding fitting, but they're going to make Marshall go to the wedding fitting? And then you're going to have this, because so if you broke up with him before, so he went to the wedding fitting after you broke up with him?
Well,
no, that's not what she's disputing. So the wedding fitting, she is saying, they told me not to go to that.
Yes, that's what she said.
Splitting up, she's like, I didn't go and see Josh on the same day as the wedding fitting.
That's what she's saying.
So it's like, actually, these three things took place, but not in that chronological order.
That's what she's saying. But in order for them to tell her not to go to the wedding fitting, she has, and it still doesn't excuse her. It still goes back to her not being honest with Marshall at a certain point when she could have done. Because if they told you not to go to the wedding fitting, that means that you would have had a conversation. Even if you had a conversation with the producers before you had a conversation with Marshall, you could have told him then. He's still gone to the wedding fitting. So at what point did you break up? Because the wedding fittings are on the same day. The men trying, the bride trying on the dress and the men trying on their suits are on the same day. So even if you're saying that you had already broken up with Josh by the time you went and saw Marshall, you'd broken up with Marshall by the time you went and saw Josh, there is still a timeline there that doesn't actually fully connect. So I'm not too sure about what she's saying, in all honesty. And this whole thing about I had on a different outfit, so what? You lot have on different outfits all the time. It doesn't mean anything to me that you had on a different outfit. You want to go and get your nipple hard, isn't it? Like, that's what you're talking about when you're seeing Josh, like you're there in some seductive, but with Marshall, it's very much like it's done and dusted. At what point did you then say to Marshall, from which point did they get the clip of, which conversation did you have where you said, I've just seen Josh? I just saw Josh. Where did you? So if it's afterwards, how are you able to insert it? I just saw Josh. Who did you have that conversation with? I just saw. Who did you have that conversation with then?
So number one,
I just don't believe her.
They haven't necessarily shown that on screen. Like, they didn't show the full clip of Zach's thing on screen. Do you know what I mean? So I can't rule that out. Do you know what I mean? Also, I just don't fit. I think, like, if I was a producer or like, do you know what I mean, a handler who wants to create drama, and I know that Jackie is not going to the fit-in 100%, 100% Marshall's going. Do you know what I mean? Because that is going to create the opportunity for the most conflict. It's the fact that they had the camera on Tiffany. They could have told Tiffany to text Brett. Do you know what I mean? It creates a beautiful, very dramatic storyline.
So there are certain things as well that, from a production element, I think some people do, and I'm not saying there aren't manipulators out there in these worlds. There are, right? But there are certain reality stars out there that will use this rhetoric of it's the producers and they've told me to do this or they've done that, when that's not necessarily always the case. So if you look at what's his name? First season, why have I forgot his name? The one that married the white guy. What's his name? And he married the black girl.
Cameron,
right? So Cameron, he's got a video out at the moment where they're discussing what the producers do versus what people think that they do. What they're told to talk about versus what people think they're told to talk about. Because there is definitely a way that they can manipulate the editing in these shows. But I just feel like Jackie is trying to redeem herself. That's my only thing. Her behavior to me, And I'm not saying things haven't been twisted to benefit Marshall, like you said yesterday. There's ways that it looks that they've done things to make him seem better, because he's got a few flags as well. But I just don't fully believe that she's just as innocent as she's making out. I think she did some fuckery things.
I'm not saying that she's not completely innocent. No, not at all. I think she's cold. I find it entertaining, and I'm making light of the situation. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, it is like kind of cold. But do I think that the incentive for the producers is to make the most dramatic show possible?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that is their job, you know? Yeah. So like, I think also as well, like even with what's the Selling Sunset, where you had what's the small girl that went out with she was
the English one.
No. The one that was married to the actor, the one that he had all the problems with everybody.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Her name, but she even came out and was talking about how how they manipulate certain things. They'll throw you into different scenarios. I'm not saying it's that, but I think it's very commonplace in those types of things. Do you know what I mean? To say, so they could have well and truly not told Marshall that they've already told Jackie she's not going. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could have done that just to see what the reaction was going to be, and they could have them know that this is what you signed up for. They could handle that whole situation after that moment has happened. That this is.
But do you think?
I don't think Jackie was told not to go. I think Jackie was enabled to not go, because if she knows I'm not on this dude, I don't even want to try on wedding dresses, and she speaks to somebody and they're like, you don't have to go and do this. That's still you weren't told, but we didn't say you had to go and do it. And even how she worded it, it wasn't like I was instructed. I think there's so much grey with her. She's playing the game as well. She knows this is.
That's my only part. Yeah.
But also following her. I don't think it was production, but I think she's leaning on production knew. Actually, she says production knew I wasn't going to. That doesn't mean somebody told you not to go. That is, you told them I'm not going, and nobody said you have to go.
I think you just hit the nail on the head, because there is that grey area of how people know that production can manipulate things in these certain circumstances with these types of shows, right? I think she's leaning on that because of the backlash that she's been facing.
Yes, definitely. She decided not to go and trial dresses.
She needs to protect what she's saying because of NDAs and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So I think she is trying to be careful about those things. But one thing I do know about Love is Blind is they're shady as shit. Yes. Because what they done last year, do you know what I mean, with the girl, and exposed what she was really like. They let her play it all out, and then they rolled the tape at the end. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I know we're gonna.
That's why I feel like she needs to be careful in like everything that she's saying, because sometimes these people forget that the cameras are always rolling.
They know she's a loose cannon. And she's gobby, and she's going to spin herself into, like, they know who's a candidate for that type of shit.
Yes.
She, even going to that game with Marshall, that people filmed her with Josh. Yeah. And people filmed her. It's like, she's messy boots. You're in your group chat sending shit.
Oh, her group chat is messy.
I love Josh.
Oh, he was twerking. No, but in her group chat, where she says as well, like when they're in Mexico, oh, we just got to play this out. I just need to stretch it out, you know. And I told him that's not gonna fly. Like,
but this is the God. But I can see that it's just like, you know, her getting told, bro. It's just like in Love Island as well. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like when they ain't playing ball, you're not getting screened.
No, yeah. You got to do shit in it. You got to earn your place in this show. What are you gonna do? She's like, I'm not feeling him. What are you gonna do then?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Okay, so she has all the histrionics. They have arguments. They're playing a game. Marshall's doing well though. He's getting better interviews. Yeah. He's doing this little sweet boy Hazel Eye shit. Like
he's playing it. He's playing it right, to be honest.
He's playing the gentleman role. Like, I'm not, you know, that's totally what she wants to do. And, you know, I can't speak for Jackie or how she thinks or feels.
I can't speak for Jackie. I don't know what she was going through.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's playing the gent role.
It hurt when she picked Josh over me. It hurt, but you got to do what you got to do. Flashing his eyes.
And if she's happy with him, then then that's fine. I wish her well.
Get out of here, Marshall. I just can't.
Marshall's playing it. He's playing it.
Marshall, his trim always looks dry as well. You know, like he's one of those guys that no matter what you do, he's got an element of dustiness about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilda says Jackie had already refused with the ring, and Netflix was like, "You can't get a free dress as well."
I reckon that's partially it. Like production, like she's not gonna marry him. Why are we gonna send her there so she can try on dresses?
So that she can then get a dress for real.
Nah. So what, she's gonna sell it on eBay? Oh my god! I'd literally said the same thing at the same time. That's what she'll do. She'll sell it on eBay.
Oh my god!
I can't wait to see her turn up to the reunion and she's got the ring on her necklace here.
And she's gonna look stunning as well, isn't it? Really?
Of course she is. You know, like on the reunion, they get real made up. They have their, it's gonna be a thing.
We'll see what
she's gonna come with cauliflower ears, boy.
Yeah.
He'll try. He'll have on some tight
ass suit that looks like it's gonna bust in the arms. It's gonna be so tight around his arms. And then Marshall's just gonna have like an ill-fitting suit. It's gonna be ill-fitting, like slanting at the shoulders. Looking like a dweeb.
Marshall is getting girls in his inbox. There's just bare people always on his page. Like, you're a lovely guy. I would go out with you. He's getting palms thrown at him. So he'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
He is fine. He's all right. He's like, ooh, I didn't know this could open up so many doors for me. He's all right.
Zach is the one that's looking rough, like Zach and his big beard and
wow.
Oh yeah, he's doing I'm on an island or
is he? You mean how he looks like Bear Grylls? Yeah, he looks like Bear Grylls. Yeah. But let's think about it. If he did marry Bliss, he's probably stressed.
Or maybe he's rebelling.
Maybe that's the only thing he can do, control his hair. You're right.
Maybe.
That isn't.
I'm gonna grow my hair.
He's been good though on socials. There's no you can't spot anything with him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Paul and Micah? Have you seen anything? I know that
no,
Micah
they've been
did a bit of a mean girl thing. They reacted to the clip of them being mean to Paul.
Oh, did they?
And then they were just like laughing or something.
Oh.
No, I just saw on Micah she had switched off her comments because people were coming for her.
Oh yeah.
And obviously Irina did her apology.
Yeah,
which was weak.
Standard shit in it, like the
standard so weak.
Always says, "I've got to grow up," and I'm sorry for everybody I offended, and it's just like, okay, blah blah blah.
Strange.
Yes.
Yeah. Jackie's funny in the comments though, because the things that she answers is like, but you're deflecting. I started to feel sorry when I was reading the comments. I was like, why are you commenting back? You should just switch it off and not even respond to these people. Stop engaging in the comments, but because she's hood, she's gonna engage with them.
Yeah. You don't know who she'd be.
And it's relevance though, isn't it? It all helps.
There's that too.
She's definitely gone up. We've all been talking about her, so it's been effective.
Yeah, this definitely changed her trajectory, didn't it?
She made the show, man.
Yeah.
Her and Kwame have made the show.
That is
true.
Honestly, I just
definitely.
I want to see everything about them because they're a mess. They're messy.
It's true,
I wonder if Kwame's gonna have his hair done properly.
Whatever. No.
I mean, his hair looks better in that
clip, that strong
black lead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about his name. His hair looks better. He's absolutely bullshit lying though. Like nobody in Ghana, when you say your name is Kwame, is going to be like, oh, Kwame and Nkrumah. It's not going to happen.
I thought that too.
Every other person is called Kwame. Like,
yeah, I thought it was nonsense when he said that. That's why I said it. I was like, this is dumb. What he's chatting shit. Chatting shit.
What are you talking about? It's just like, I don't even know. He was just irritating, and I just don't even know. Like until I see your birth certificate, I don't know if Alex is your name because you just put it there. As far as I'm concerned, and it's just like, okay, Alex is your first name, but then Kwame is your second name, but the full name of the friend that you're named after starts with Alex, so it would make sense like Kwame's first, then the other names come in sequence after.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yes. Which is probably what's on his birth certificate and his passport.
I need to see it. I need to see birth cert and a passport. I need to see what's going on because it all sounded like, oh yeah, people picked up on me saying I was going to call myself Alex. So now I got to try and be like, I have some African pride.
Like I'm so pro Ghana. Like,
You're not, dude. No. You probably haven't been since you managed to get to America.
Yeah, that's what I think.
We know the type of guy you are.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me those vibes. Like when when you have those conversations with those guys, you're like, oh, when's the last time you went? Oh, I haven't been. What do you mean you ain't been? Like you start judging them. You're like, how have you never been? Are you all right?
When you was a footballer, and you was making money, you never went. No, she's working on.
You got no land there. Have you not got no land? Why don't you have no land?
He ain't going back.
Do the traditional dish or anything. Even SK done traditional food with Raven. Right? He didn't even do that.
Like,
take her to a nice little restaurant, something. Like, literally put in.
He's done nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. He should have had a traditional suit on. He's done nothing.
He could, literally.
Yeah.
He could have done, but his brother also wasn't even a groomsman. So.
Yeah. His brother was just like, this is for jokes.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray because you're gonna need it. But yeah.
Right.
Oh no.
Have mercy from yourself for this deceit that you bestow upon all.
Yeah, exactly. And let Jesus know which side I'm on. That's why he did it. I am not my brother.
Right.
Oh God.
It's gonna be a good episode next.
Yeah.
Have you got
do you see
Friday?
That pop up? No.
How do I pronounce that? Maybe Salray. So no way. I'm too fussy. Maybe admittedly a tad too shallow. And when that door slides open for the first time to see him, and I think I'm in love, and his looks not right, I wouldn't be able to pretend.
Same.
It's that.
And
shit.
I can't hide my face. It's same.
To be fair, the pair of you cannot hide your faces. Terrible. So it's long because you're both going to be like and do funny faces, and then you're just going to have fixed face. It's going to be long.
I feel like I've just been rested.
I feel attacked.
I actually feel sorry for the dudes. I feel sorry for them.
Honestly,
I'm like, don't do it.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I would literally be like, I'll be
little man.
Yeah.
If they're short. If they're short and good looking though, would you be like, but they're good looking?
No. I can't have no little man.
You know
I'm sorry, but it's just my preference.
You see, like at the moment, the focus is not on heightism. Is that what it's called? I don't know what's called. There's not a real focus on it. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes, I'm going to struggle because I like to be on the right side of history with these things. I really do. But I'm going to struggle. I can't lie.
Because the thing is, I'm not out there like hating on little like guys that are shorter. But I'm not attracted to them.
Not actively hating, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm just not attracted to them.
You sound like an arsehole when you say, "I don't want that for me." Though that's okay for you, but not for me. But you see what I'm saying?
you're saying we're gonna have a moment in time, yeah? And the guys are gonna revolt, and they're gonna march, and they're gonna protest.
Yeah.
People are gonna get cancelled for saying,
Yeah.
I can't date her.
Yeah.
Everybody
Probably. Everyone has their time, innit? Everyone has their time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I need to work on it. I'm
not even gonna lie, I don't.
We're gonna have to curtail our chat because we're gonna be highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
be
a very
too
real
old
thing.
when that takes place, and so I won't care about getting cancelled because I'm gonna
You'll
be
just
in that maturity where I can chat. I'm already I feel like I'm there already. So
You are like 70% there already in what you say.
Let's say this 15 years, I'm gunning all of the short people.
You see, even what you're saying now, there's a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna reel it back. You said I'm gonna be like,
all I said was I would prefer not to. I have a preference. You're doing something else.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I need to work on it because it's just like it's true. It's true. They're people. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like. But
wait. How you're saying it is worse too?
No, but it's what I'm saying. Like, how do you?
They're people. They're people.
Like,
they're people.
Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just like, okay, what is it that makes it's just like an instant no? Do you know what I mean? I think it's really deep rooted. Like you have to, almost like that tall, dark, and handsome thing. It's
an attraction, no? It's an attraction.
But is it? Because like, you know, like when people say, like, is it your preference or is it social conditioning? Do you know what I mean? Like this is the thing. So it's just like, could it be applied to that too? That's what we know. Because it's just like,
suppose so.
We're going into we're in a different age bracket now, but we've lived with that our whole lives.
Yeah.
Like, whew, how are you going to change that one?
I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting one. Because what is that? But wouldn't it just be biology? I mean, there's I think it's a study. I don't think I've made this up, but they tracked just in terms of African genetics and how it's changed. From slavery to actually body types and height that isn't the same on the African mainland, apart from East Africans, but West Africans are generally shorter. But then as soon as they come into the Western Hemisphere, it's like they get taller. So something gets switched on. It's either like
they say that about East Asia as well. Like because I think it used to be I'm sorry, just really old information, so I probably got it wrong. But the introduction of like meat and stuff like had people like shooting up. Do you know what I mean? Because so you get like lots of taller people, but before it was like more of a fish-based diet. So
So this is, it could literally just be biology. Like we're attracted to a taller male because in this space in society you need that protection. So you're just like
maybe that's what it is.
But then that could also help. Like,
you
know, when people use pseudoscience as excuse.
There are shorter women as well, though. It's like there's bare of them that are like 5 foot.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
All right. So what if the doors opened, and he was tall, but he was just fat, and not fat not fat like massively obese, but like fat, you know?
No, I don't mind.
Fat, the type of fat where you're thinking, if me and him are going to do something, how's that going to work?
I don't mind a big cuddly bear type guys. I don't mind that. That's fine to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I think that would be a standard. Like that's probably going to be.
That people are fat.
No, there'll be a couple of big guys.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like big guy.
Yeah, like a big, like could be like an ex bodyguard.
No, I don't. Okay, I don't mean like he looks physically fit. Big guy.
No, not
I mean,
fit, like ex-bodyguard. So that was like a previous life.
Like he's got a big belly and his thighs rubbed together like that.
Far out.
Like, I'm not saying I'm anti that, because I think in life I've surprised myself, because often you're like, oh, I have a type, but your type isn't necessarily like, you surprise yourself. So even with me saying the short thing, I might actually meet a guy who's short, and I'll be like, actually, no, I like you. Because sometimes it is about sometimes, that's what I mean. Because sometimes it is about the connection, isn't it? But I can't lie. Like the first visual might be like, and that's the part where I don't know if I can hide my face.
The girl that she wanted a tall guy and she didn't get him, and then she let her dog like drink wine. She out the glass and she became a mess.
She couldn't. No, but she had. Her type there. That's even harder.
It's because she was on the next man.
Shit, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Who you think you've had a connection with as well. Yes. That's hard.
Imagine?
Yeah. Like I should be with him. Yeah. That's hard.
He wants to get married. Like that would actually be really hard to adjust to.
Yeah. He wants to get married, just not to you. Yeah, that's hard.
Then you've got no excuse. You can't say, oh, because I'm not his type visually. Like, do you know what I mean? He doesn't like you.
Yeah.
You know, pain.
Yeah, I couldn't do these shows. Because that's the point that they made as well. Like, you got to remember, everyone's dating everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, you don't want to actually go through it and also have a connection, and then you don't get picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't get picked. Like, you're not even down to the last two.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally like, I like this guy, and he isn't picking to have talks with you. That would burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
and then it burns differently, because it's actually, he doesn't like you as a person because he can't even see you. that burn is different. That's a deeper burn.
I don't know if I'm
I
know I'm not. I'm not.
I don't know, mate.
I'm not built for that.
Some of the women that were in there
and that didn't make it.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear from them.
Because you know what, Amber, right? Like, imagine, that you was in the top two. Like, it was you and the next girl, yeah? He's not even saying hello. He's not saying hello. Like, we had a connection. I
thought that was so disrespectful, Like, I mean, I'm conflicted. I can't lie. I'm conflicted because I get why he feels like, to support Micah and to show Micah that he really is into her and, committed to her. I'm not even going to have that conversation. I'm not even going to go there. Meanwhile, Micah's going there. I get why he feels like not to. But at the same time, looking at it, if I'm Amber, I'm coming up to you and I'm saying, so what, you're really not going to say hello to me?
Just the hello, innit?
Just hello. I'm in the space. You're not going to say hello.
Pain.
That's horrible. Yeah. You've humiliated me twice now.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I was up for it to go, and I delivered myself there to be filmed again, getting shunned.
But she probably would have thought, I'm going to go and at least have another scene, like conversation.
Yeah.
With Paul.
Get to see him, have a conversation, have some closure.
She got
zero. Even if that did happen, but they didn't put in the edit, it's just like, pain.
Pain.
No, he actually said, "I'm not gonna."
No.
He said, "Yeah."
If it couldn't, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that would be
pain. It's the embarrassment, isn't it? It's just no.
Yeah,
I'm not built for that. No. I'm not built for that.
No,
I don't like anything that makes me feel uncomfortable in those types of ways. I'm not here for it.
My ego is fragile, soft.
I'm not here for it.
Dissolvable, like
it's dissolvable.
Serious.
No, you're right. All of those things. Yeah, I'm not here for it.
No.
I will retreat into my shell. No. Yeah. Like, where's Farah? She's gone.
Farah just says Josh just wants camera time, not her.
Ooh,
what do we think?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Josh is really on her because I feel like they both have this thing of like she's the prize.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I agree. I believe Josh.
I believe Josh. I believe him because he feels like he's got the trophy. He won. He's a wrestler. He won, you know.
Yeah.
Here's my
He
prize.
couldn't lose.
But I still feel like she's going to have him up, though, in that relationship. As much as she wants a manly man, she's having him up, though.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I mean, if they're still together now, so that's a whole year.
Yeah.
They would have been together. So.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yes, we will see if that is real. But I don't think it was just for screen time. I feel like Bliss is a little bit more for screen time than Josh. Actually,
Really?
Screen time and marriage and just getting married, but
getting married, definitely. By hook or by crook, I'm going to get married. This is in my plan. This is my 5-year plan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get pregnant on our honeymoon.
Basically.
She's that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
By 35, like I need 3 children, like all of
that. She's that girl.
Yeah, I believe that.
And they're going to go to this school and I've already registered.
What do you mean she built an algorithm?
Oh my god.
Serious, compare everything in the area.
Right? Oh god. Data set, the data says.
That was the conspiracies, wasn't it, that we've seen so far?
Yeah.
And that is all of them.
Yeah.
If any others, just flash it in the chat now. But we have been live for an hour and 45 minutes. So we are racking up these minutes for an hour.
We are. It's because the juicier the episodes get, the juicier the conversation.
Yes.
It's true. We definitely will be back on Friday to discuss episode 12. I think that's going to be a long one as well. That's going to
be a long one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the reunion is going to be half a day.
Hey, oh my gosh!
I know, it's such a shame with the time it's on for us in the UK.
I know.
Streams at like 1 a.m. So yeah, we can't be up there. Mad Gimme says, okay, final predictions. Yeah, we haven't done that in a couple of ones. All right, let's
let's go. Brittany
is going to get married.
Yeah. Micah and Paul.
Mate, last time I said married, but I don't know. I think I'm back to they're not getting married.
There's a part of me that feels like it's going to be, we're still getting to know each other. We should date. I want to be with you, but maybe we shouldn't get married. Because sometimes in their conversations as well, they talk like they're not going to be married.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say married. I do think they're going to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to last, but they're going to get married.
I don't know. What do you think, Sade? Married? Not married?
I think married. Oh, I'm probably wrong, but I do think married.
Yeah.
I think so. Because
I
the
could see it happening. I could literally see them doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that double edge of you go first. I just feel like Mike's gonna be a bitch.
But I think that's gonna make him say yes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then she will say
maybe
yes. Yes, based on what he said. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. She just doesn't want to get the rejection. That she's not doing it out of niceness. She's doing it so that she looks okay.
Self-preservation, 100%.
Self-preservation, yeah. You know? And maybe, for all we know, he might have been cussing her for her drunken antics.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. That maybe that's the connection, because your friends are mad. And then did you go and meet them? And did Shelby do something?
Because remember, she was saying she wants to go to the stag do.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was a bit influx. I'm still going with those two aren't getting married though.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Bliss and Zach.
They again are, I don't know. I think yes. I just think she's so gung-ho for it. I think yes. I think they get married.
She is, but I think that he started to see some warning signs.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, look, he already dumped her once, right? He's not opposed to dumping her if he feels some type of way.
Oh no, that's why he has to say yes.
That's why I feel like he cannot.
But remember, he's not emotional. He's not emotional like that. He doesn't have empathy like that. He's very logical, isn't he?
Oh my God.
So there's that part of like where he feels like logically this isn't going to work. There's too many barriers in the way. We're too different. Your family, my family, blah blah blah. Logically, it doesn't make sense for us to get married, whether or not he's dumped her already, because he doesn't have that empathy. He hasn't got it.
Oh, so okay.
Oh my God, you put doubt in me.
God,
I could see him literally weighing it up, and yeah. He could go that
treating it like a case. It like a case.
Yeah. What's the likelihood that we are going to see? Yeah, he could do all of that.
I'm telling you.
He can't, man. He can't have her walk down the aisle with her mad dad
and her puffy arms
and say yes, and he's like, no. After you dumped, nah, man, you gotta say.
Can you imagine her dad? Her dad will get up and just walk out.
Her dad's gonna run up there and kick him down. Would you?
Nah, I don't think he'll do that. I think the dad will be like, "See, I told you." See,
the boys are gonna come out. They're gonna do him in. He's never gonna practice law in that town again.
Like they did in her older sister's husband. You know they did. You know the dad decided for that guy. Yeah, I had to fire him. Oh, did you really now? What else did you do, Dad?
I'm changing it. I'm going with they're not getting married.
I feel like they're not going to get married. I do.
Zach's going to do it. She's going to say
yeah.
She's going to say no.
That's what I think.
I'm going to be hopeful and just say to save embarrassing her twice. Yeah, he's going to say yes, and they're going
like Mad Gimme. Mad Gimme says I'm rooting for.
Yeah, I think it's going to be yes.
Okay.
I think Zach's going to do the logical. I do.
You know, but the thing is, it is Zach's decision, isn't it? Because she wants to get married. Yeah.
We know what she's going to do.
Damn.
I think you're right on that one, Farah. Yeah, I'm going with Farah on this.
And Chelsea and Kwame.
He's saying yes. He ain't got a choice, man.
He's going to say yes, and then 2 seconds after he says yes, there's going to be a piece to camera, and he's going to be saying no. So can I get an annulment? It's not real, right?
Sorry, just to go back to Zach, he'll probably do that then. If he's not happy, he'll probably say an annulment. But
so he may say yes.
I feel like that's too much paperwork for him.
No,
he won't.
He's a lawyer. He'll
Exactly. He's like, no, I know the ins and outs of the legal. Like, let's not do that and waste hours. Like, do you know how many hours of lawyer time that takes? No, let's just say no now.
It's over.
The data shows.
No. I think it's a no for Kwame and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think it's no. I think he's gonna say no.
Yeah, no, I'm so he's saying yes. He can't say no. Even
she will murk him
if he wants to, and he probably will. In the when he does the piece of camera, he probably would say, "I would have loved to have had more time. I feel like we need more time. We really could have done with more time in our relationship.
We're still getting to know each other."
Yeah,
and I would have loved for you to meet my mum.
He has to say yes.
I think you know what? Yeah, I think that he's gonna say no, but he's still gonna, because I think he's that cocky that he knows that he can still have Chelsea anyway. Because the same thing with like Zach and Bliss. I think he's gonna say no because he know like she's gonna be.
But let's date. Do that. Let's still date.
Yeah. Because you know our connection's so deep.
I don't think he'll say no because remember how like. This whole wedding for her is my fairy tale. I've always dreamt of this, and just the way that she is, I don't know.
Pressure, man. She's pressured him.
Yes, she has.
Now he loves little Rocky. Like He's a dog,
but he doesn't. He doesn't love that dog, and he doesn't. He doesn't love that. Kwame doesn't even clean his house, like I said before. He don't want to clean no dog.
He don't want to be walking a dog 3 times a day.
No, he wants to be running in Portland with. He wants to be running in Portland with his chest out.
Oh my god! Gilda says Kwame, yes. Fear of Barbara and Chelsea. Yeah, I'm going with Kwame. Yes, he's saying yes.
He's gonna say yes, and then 2 minutes later, it's gonna be a no. Or it'll be at the reunion. They're gonna come in separately. You're gonna see them come in separately. Yeah. Are you two still together? We are not together. 2 weeks after the wedding.
Yeah, that would be interesting. The reunion, definitely.
Yeah.
That's all of them, isn't it? Is that all the couples?
Yeah, that is. Upon Jackie.
Jackie.
Imagine if Jackie and Josh. Imagine if Jackie and Josh are married.
That would be sick.
That would be something else. If they actually turned up at the reunion, was like, we are married. And
some little
engagement ring
on her other hand.
Just wearing it.
Or she's just wearing it. Like she didn't even make Josh get her a new ring. She's just wearing it. Baby, save your money.
Yeah.
I've got a ring.
We're
from the same production.
Really and truly, you would have got this for me anyway. So
if they're married, you can't tell them nothing. That's love.
Nothing.
That's love,
nothing.
Man.
Or money. It might be money.
If they're married, is the humiliation that she put on Marshall justified?
No, because you see what in these situations, I'm a firm believer. Like as I said before, if she feels some type of way for Josh, I think you should follow your heart. It's just the delivery for me. You don't have to shit on someone to get somewhere else.
You don't.
You just don't. Yeah.
People do by accident all the time.
She didn't do all that by accident. I'm sure they don't try it. That was cold and premeditated.
Love is Blind poll that I put up 4 days ago. Yeah, so it was villain of the season. Irina got 16%. Micah got 5%. Jacqueline got 75% of the vote, and Shelby got 4%.
Oh, Shelby, you put
Shelby.
I had to throw Shelby in there because she also was a villain. Jacqueline won, but I actually thought it was going to be closer between Jacqueline and Irina. But
I think because Irina left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Had she still been around trying antics, then I think that would have been.
If she was around, she would have been trying some big ass antics.
Yeah, definitely.
She'd be going for all the men, all of them. Yeah. All the fiancés, apart from her own.
I think Jacqueline should marry Josh, and then her villain status may drop. Because then it would be
temporarily until she cheats on Josh.
Oh, do you think she would? Nah, Josh is.
They're in love, man. Yeah. And nipples were hard for him. That
don't mean nothing.
Like, on camera as well. Like you can say it to him, but on camera, when you're supposed to be with the next dude,
this is what I'm talking about. Delivery and all of that stuff. It's just messy, mate. My nipples are hard for you. Oh my god. Like shut up.
Oh god, I thought it's.
And then you're doing big kissing. Like no.
Dude, you literally like weeks ago said you're gonna marry a dude. Like you said,
she was mistaken. She was
basically.
Oh no!
We don't even have sex, so you know. Yeah.
Did you read what her message said though?
In the girls' school?
Yeah, about Marshall's equipment.
No, what did it say?
No,
it was
going
his equipment's meant to be equipping.
Oh no, I did see that.
Yeah. Which was surprising. Yeah.
But then why are you twerking on the bed though, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Like that's just mad. It's just okay.
Yeah, but you know, like Jackie's an exaggerator, yeah? Like twerking. What do you mean by twerking?
You know, like I can just imagine him like about maybe he thinks it's funny.
Yeah. That's what I think. Like, I don't think he was full on twerking. Like He was probably shaking his bum or doing something dumb because he's geeky and he thinks, as you said, he thinks that's jokes, isn't it? And she's like, no, that's not gonna fly.
No, it's
And I totally get that as well. Like, if a man icks you out, icks you out. Like, I can't, innit? There's certain things.
No going back. She was.
I mean, everyone's been with a guy in it, and like when the guy does something, you're like, ew.
Yeah.
Everyone's had that experience.
There's no coming back from that, which is that thing when a woman really is done, it's done. A guy can be like, it's
guys
done.
don't get that, you know.
You can circle back eventually, but I think when a woman is like, I'm over it, you can't do anything. You'd have to.
I warn men about that.
A new body, like
change
everything, and then maybe you could circle back.
Everything, become a new person.
Yeah, but she was over him, like
over. Done and dusted.
From the back. She couldn't even do a front ways hug with him.
Love me. Just love me.
Spooned him, mate. She was the big spoon.
Right? How demoralizing.
Mad Gimme says she ain't used to that kind of man. If she could communicate better. I don't even know if it's that, you know. I know there's this level of like for lack of a better word, but like a kind of like elitism, like because he's well spoken and she isn't, and a little bit rough around the edges, that there was this huge divide between them. And it's like, no, she just wasn't on him. I think
she wasn't on him.
He just wasn't the guy. It has really nothing.
If he had came out and he was like maybe about 4 inches taller and about 5 inches wider and had a bit more gravitas to him, because he could have been sensitive. Because despite what we said about what's his face, Brett, right? Despite what we said about Brett's a man, innit?
Yeah.
And when she saw Brett, remember what her reaction was?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Brett is she was on it. So Brett's in tune with his emotions, from what we've kind of seen. But she was on it because he's a man. So I feel like she just wasn't attracted to Marshall from the jump.
Yeah,
he just wasn't what she wanted, and then his personality did help.
Yeah, she tried. Do you know what I mean? And I think that is, you know, not considered. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of women do try. Like, even when they don't like they know they don't like a guy, but they still do try. And she tried.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes when you don't like someone and you're trying and they don't even appreciate the trying, that can become very irritating.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
And then you can react in the way that isn't necessarily attractive.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it. It was just like, chick, come on, Cameron.
I just didn't like her delivery. It's like, you forgot where you are. You can be a bit nicer, innit? You literally did say you're going to marry this man. Be a bit nicer.
Nope. She gave it a whirl.
She gave it a week.
He did go about his business for 3 days when they had that argument.
Anyway, that's the thing.
Like,
I can't remember.
Yeah, but come on. She said the argument was she told him, man up. You're not a man. You're not man enough for me. That's what she told him. Like, if that's what you've had, like if you've had these women in your life say this stuff to you and you're sensitive, like
you're sensitive.
I know. Obviously, all of us, we do have to unlearn some things, and we're getting there. We're doing it.
We're trying. We are.
You know, do you know what I mean? But like, it is very hard when you've got an image of what a person is supposed to be like. Do you know what I mean? In your mind, and you think that they're there, and then you just go through the motions and things, and it's just no, they're not. They're not that. They're just pretending, and they think that they can make me pancakes and it's all going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. It's not.
Yeah. He wasn't very honest either.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
So,
but yeah, let's see what happens on Friday.
Let's see what happens.
So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't liked this video, please do like it and share as well, because it really does help. Follow us on all the socials. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Your aunties could never, everywhere. Just type it in and follow us. And we will be back on Friday, 9:30-ish, around there, talking about episode 12. And then we will be back on Monday, 9:30-ish, talking about the reunion as well. So join us then. And thank you so much for being with us. And we will see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye.